Alright, we're back here again at the Black River and Western Railroad, and that's a steam engine that we did the video on last time. It's a caboose. I think I just moved that in here. Yeah, I think today what I'm going to do, that's our buddy Rob over there. He's discussing business. I think today what we're going to do is maybe look at a couple of diesel trains, because this is a big day for these guys, because what they do is they run a triple header, and what they do is they'll have the steam engine running with the two diesels right behind it, and then they take all of them there, and then what they do is they actually let you off at a certain section of the track so you can take film of it as it comes around a turn and stuff. Pretty cool. So let me go talk to Rob and see what's on the agenda. I'm ready. Alright, these are the two diesel trains. Yeah, I figured maybe I'll try and get a little video of this, maybe some information. 1200 horse, 600 volts, wow. Yeah, because a lot of diesel guys out there, I didn't realize that. And when I did the other video, they all said, you know, how come you been doing anything on the diesels? Well, we're going to do that today. It's pretty cool. Maybe I can climb up here and get a look at it. Before anybody gets here. Pretty cool light. Yeah, maybe I'll see if I get somebody to explain some of this stuff to us. It's a little chilly out here this morning. It's a brisk fall morning, so I'm going to try not to get any steam on my lens here. It's the caboose. I think that might be the one we were in last time. Yeah, pretty cool looking car. Let's take a look in it. It's pretty cool. All got the original woodwork and stuff. And the chairs, look, they're sort of reversible. Yeah, look at that. You pull it over. Very cool. Is it a Christmas tree? Is it a Christmas tree, I think. See, there might have been seats on this side at one time. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, I got Rob here, and he found some pictures at home. And check out these pictures. How old were you in these pictures, Rob?
I'm 4 years old. This is 1971. And this is engine number 148 that used to be here. It's I think it's a Pacific style locomotive, I think.
That's the engineer's seat there.
Yeah,
huh?
sitting in there. So my father's friend was welding on the tender, so I arranged for my father to bring me over here and sit in the seat, look at stuff. I don't remember too much about the day. I remember riding the diesel that put the locomotive into the house, which is this picture here.
Is that water tower still around?
No, that's the hole where the water used to come out is, but no, that's all gone. The building's still here. This is the museum car track over here, and that building's used by somebody else now. We have a different building to keep the locomotive in.
Okay, look how big little Rob is next to that wheel. Like he says, that's not the same train, but it is the same yard, same tracks,
same yard,
right?
Same tracks, yeah. I remember taking a ride with this locomotive. They used to run 2 steam engines a day, you know, back in the 70s, and I remember seeing both of them run when I was a little kid.
Pretty cool. So that's where you got your interest for trains.
Yeah, that's where I got started the addiction.
He's getting the other one here, blowing a little black smoke.
Yeah, we're getting
someday you're going to be engineer that, huh, Rob?
No engineer.
No aspirations?
Nope, I don't want to drive it. I just want to work on it and make it go.
Okay. You heard it there, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
Me.
That's pretty cool. Alright, they started this one up. Surprised you can't see any diesel, any black smoke coming out. Alright, here's the whole train setup, and it's being pushed by the diesels, and these two diesels are going to go down there past the locomotive and let the locomotive get onto the front. A clean running diesel. Yeah, they're way down the track there now, and they're emptying ash. I didn't go down there to film it because we already did that on our other video. Looks like that train is coming up now, and he's going to hook on to the other one, hook on to the front of that diesel. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see much. We'll get it when it comes past. Switching the tracks now. I think that's what he's doing right there. Yeah. Alright, I'll get some video when it comes past. There we go. They're coming back now. There we go. 3 engines. One steam, two diesel. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna board that later. Right now we're in Ringo's. That's on its way to Flemington, and I'm gonna pick up in Flemington later on. It's about 10:30 now. I'm gonna pick it up in Flemington maybe about 1 o'clock. All right. All right, we're in Flemington, and the train is coming. I see smoke way down there.
Yeah, there it is.
Let me see the light.
See it? Yeah, it's good.
Probably about a mile or two away.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I just barely see it. Trying to hold steady for you.
He's coming.
You can't even see it.
That goes as far as Joanna Farms.
I guess someone gets a little closer. Like I say, it's probably still a couple miles away. Alright, I think the train's coming. It's gonna cross the road there. I hear it chugging. I see it smoking. You're going to see the back of this thing because that's the way it is. It comes in backwards. There it is. Rob waving at us.
The league had the vice president of the league come out and referee the game on Saturday. You'd be surprised when none of that adult steps in.
Oh my gosh,
How much more those kids actually want to sit there and pay attention.
hand sold.
Really? Yeah, that's the museum up in Albany, New York.
I was on 369. Before Airport.
And my dad was USM Armed Guard on Liberty Railroad. Rob, the engineer. We're in the passenger car now. Pretty cool. We got this glass up there. I don't know what that is. Water glass or opaque glass or something. Little compartments. Pretty cool. The wood's pinstriped. Here's a real whistle stop. Whistle thing here. Sure. This big fat guy's getting everybody's video.
There'll be one more run by here with the entire train before we get back on the train, so if you want to change your angle a little bit, we'll try and keep the photo line in the same spot, but if you want to move to different places on the line, feel free to do so while we've got a little bit of time before the full train comes through.
was waiting.